Hello everyone. So today we're playing malViolence, the definitive edition. You can't forget that part. So from my understanding, it's basically like the Saw movies where we get captured and there's like killer puzzles and stuff we gotta get through. So, I'm gonna go first off blind. They do have, different endings and puzzles. Well, I guess I should just say different endings because obviously there are puzzles. But first, some content warnings. So there will be depictions of violent death and blood, discussions of scientific experimentation and injury, an explicit, though infrequent, use of foul language, scenes that may be emotionally intense or distressing, one inappropriate use of a medical drug, and discussions of child abuse and experimentation, explicit child death, and one optional ending. So keep that in mind. And with that, let's go.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello? Hey, wake the hell up!
Gah. What the? Huh? Where are you? Some sort of cell? But everything's so woozy, so you can't... No. What were you doing before you got here? You wanted a bonus, and your boss told you to go here and get info. So you did, and then something hit your back, and you,
Oh dear, looks like the anesthesia hasn't worn off, has it? Must have given them the wrong dose of ketamine. Just give it a couple more minutes. Soon you'll be right as rain.
where's that voice coming from? It's giving you a migraine. You just want to shut it... Oh, over there. That monitor in the corner. You'll just push yourself up and make your way over to it. What? There's no volume button on the front panel. Maybe it's to the side, or...
Too bad, lab rat. You won't find any volume buttons here.
Lab rat? What's with that?
You're awfully confused by all this, aren't you? Well then, allow me to introduce myself. Some call me a simple sidekick, others call me the disciple of danger. But if you ask me, I prefer... the Great Caution, Emperor of malViolence!
Hello.
Or caution for your convenience.
Seriously? A kid? You got locked up by a kid?
Oh, lab rat, that look on your face is priceless! I want to take a commemorative photo and tag it to my bedroom wall.
Please don't. Everyone tells you that you have a resting bitch face.
Sadly, my camera isn't with me right now, so you'll have to make do with me telling you why you're here. That's another thing you're wondering about, isn't it? Why are you here?
You think?
Alright then, let's make this quick. You want something from me. That's why you came here, right? Your boss told you to come here and get something. But I can't let that happen. No siree. So I'm gonna have fun with you instead. I'll learn what you're after and you won't be bored. Great deal, right?
I guess. No. Never mind. No, it's not.
You're a funny one, lab rat. I like you already. So much so that I'd let you keep your gun. Feel free to shoot my screen anytime. I promise I won't care.
Bang bang. The temptation's there, but no thanks. You'd prefer to have some form of self-defense on hand.
Now, I'm still tidying up a couple of things on my end, so before I get back to work... Well then...
Welcome to your new home. Cozy, isn't it? It's got everything you need to live a normal human life. A comfy bed, well, not comfy, but a bed. A tap with running water, a desk for desk things. Quintessential 5-star living, just like the famous Milton hotels. Oh, and if you get hungry, just lift the painting in the middle of the room. The vent dispenses lab script 4053. Reviewers say it's safe for human consumption, so don't be shy. It's got all the nutrients you need to live a good life. Well, what's the holdup? Have a look around, check your dead device, beg for mercy, or make yourself comfortable. After all, you'll be here for a while. Use your mouse to explore the room. When it streams, you can interact. Let's get out of here. Your throat's dry and sore, but you can't find a cup anywhere. Oh no. I'm gonna die of thirst. Does he expect you to drink out of the faucet? Great. It doesn't even work. So much for quenching your thirst. Asshole. It's a bed! You're surprised you slept at all on something that lumpy. Yeah, right. Back at home, you worshipped your crappy mattress. It's a desk. For desk things. What an evocative description. Yes. Description. Is that everything besides the painting? I guess. Wait. The door handle. What's with this lock? That's snake worms. I've never seen anything like it. Well, personally, it looks like the Miraculous Ladybug Miraculous box, but we haven't seen anything like that, apparently. There's a weird stock photo on the cover, but otherwise it's your average vent. Caution won't be winning any awards for home decor anytime soon. Just throw that on the ground. Guess he wasn't kidding about the lab script. It's right there, neatly served in a metal bowl. To be honest, you could use something to fill your empty stomach. You make the smart decision to skip lunch on your way here. You pick up the bowl and shove a fistful of pellets into your mouth. Crunch. They taste like... well, you don't know what you expected. They're grainy, if nothing else. You try not to think about Caution laughing at you from the other side of the screen. Huh? What's this? There's something at the bottom of the bowl. A pattern? To get a better look. You dump the rest of the pellets on the floor. Goodbye, food. It's a Venn diagram. One with weird shapes? Wonder if it means anything. Rat pellets. Now, on the floor. To be honest, you're still pretty hungry. It wouldn't hurt to eat a little more, right? You can see yourself getting used to the crunchy texture. Sure. You scoop up another fistful of pellets and eat them without a second thought. Crunch, crunch. Why did you do that? Those pellets still don't taste great. In fact, the more you chew on them, the bitter they... Oh crap! Of course there was something in the food. Whatever it was, it's making everything throb like crazy. Your chest, your head, your eyes. But your throat's clammed up. You can't scream or cry or moan. And breathing's getting harder and harder. And soon, your vision goes black. Lab report 310. Subject expired shortly after ingesting higher than recommended daily serving of cyanide-laced rodent feed. Contributing factors to death. Evidently, their stomach was bigger than their brain. May need to reevaluate stop agent's dietary preferences. Dead end number 1. Cheers, it's cyanide. Woo! Do I have to see? Load. No. Nah, you're good. Actually, you get drowsy when you eat too much. You hate to admit it, but in the situation you're in, it's probably better to be alert and hungry. Again, just your average vet coat. Wait. Something's taped to the back side. Colors! Again with those weird shapes. And this time they're colorful! Yeah, they definitely mean something. Maybe it's a way out. Okay. So... what's something they all have? Oh, this is your ticket out of here. The wheel's just like the wheels on the vent cover. With a little time and effort, you think you can crack it. So I think both those worm things. The colors mean something. Let's see, there's a circle, a teardrop, and a worm. Here. Yellow, blue, red. Okay. So red, yellow, or blue, I mean. Blue and yellow. So green and purple. Green, purple. Another red, yellow, yellow, green, right, hold on, blue, 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 green, blue, yellow, hold on. blue, red, yellow, blue, red. This one's purple, right? Oop. Yay.
What?
What?
How the hell did you break the lock?
Magic. There's no way you could have gotten out on your own. Boy, lab rat. I can see you, you know. You're just like the rest of those stop freaks. So textbook authorian, they could use. So textbook as. Anyway, they could use you for your recruitment posters. A blank stare, that bland uniform, that world-class poker face. Makes you want to peel your brain like an orange. God knows what sick and twisted thoughts lurk beneath. Is he telling you to smile more? Yes. He is, isn't he? Guess he'll give him the old passport photo. You're cute. Real cute. I'll forgive you for that. After all, I'm the great Caution, Emperor of malViolence. I'm not the type of man to go all out on a scrub like yourself. But alas, even my limitless generosity has an expiration date. And you're creeping up fast on the sell-by. Anywho, you do want to escape, don't you?
Well then.
Allow me to give you a final pearl of wisdom.
Stop making mistakes.
No promises there.
Because the next time you screw up, you're not gonna like what happens next.
Well. That was unnerving. It's hard to tell when he's being serious, but his hatred for stop freaks is clearly no joke. Almost like he... No. Remember your training. Now's not the time to overthink things. We need to get out of here. Detective work can come later. Get me out of here. No side corridors, no secret doors, not even a crack in the wall. No choice but to move forward. You take another cautious step ahead.
Welcome. I see you arrived safely.
What the? Another voice? And all the screens in the room lit up too. Huh? You know that woman on the screen. Everyone at Stop knows that face. Those glasses more like it. They've seen her photos in newspaper articles, broadcasts, social media. For years, this mysterious woman was the scourge of Stop. A saboteur who terrorized the public with bombs and cryptic threats. Supervillain through and through. A supervillain by the name of...
From the top, then. I am Dr. Danger.
Hi, Dr. Danger.
You are here because you're under my temporary employment.
No. Last time you checked, you were a Stop agent. By default, Dr. Danger's a sworn enemy. Was a sworn enemy. She died weeks ago, caught in her own explosion while trying to wipe another Stop facility off the map. Wait. Does this mean
Before we begin your task, please listen carefully. Due to my circumstances, I cannot repeat my instructions. nor will I be able to answer any of your questions.
No. Her death was very thoroughly confirmed. Which means this is just a recording. A cheesy one at that. Turns out even supervillains make the newbies watch employee training videos. Better tune her out. Besides, you're no mere hired hand. You're a proud agent of STOP, trained to fight villains like her. So what if there are more puzzles to solve and locked rooms to explore? To someone like you, they should be child's play. I would hope so. Should be. Huh. Seems like a typical evil lab straight out of a comic book. Let's see here. Massive computers, high-tech gizmos, and a primary source extractor? Ugh. Looking at that thing gives you goosebumps. Do you have to go through here? Maybe there's something you missed in the corridor. Yeah, you'll turn around and... It's not opening. No, there's still the door on the other side. You'll just walk over and it'll automatically. And it's shut too. Great. Off to a fantastic start already. Wait, there's something else here. Oh god. A lock with a strange puzzle. Kinda like the one you found in your cell. Maybe you'll find the answer in this room? Let's look at this blood chair. From a comfortable distance, you eye over the primary source extractor. You approach carefully, listening closely for any hints of it roaring to life. Agents are expected to keep their wits about them and not jump to conclusions. But it's hard to see the device in front of you as anything but an electric chair. It looks crude and cruel, like a child's reimagining of something scary from a history book. That may be exactly what it is. Whatever its purpose, you give quiet thanks that it seems to be out of commission. Where large monitors are displaying an intimidating wall of code. You were hoping you didn't have to deal with them, but... Oh no. Oh well. Time for some good old computer wrangling. Oh jeez. Ah jeez. I've got a ooh-woo face. Instructions. With the list of code to your left, caution wants you to hack into one of the STOP's computer systems. Use the mouse to clear out the codes. All the codes must be used to destroy the firewall, successfully break into the system. Be careful, if you don't use these codes at the right time, you might lock yourself out. I'll come back to this then. You paused when you saw the silhouettes from across the room, but on closer inspection, these aren't firearms at all. They're megaphones. So many colors, materials, variations. It's far from organized, but it does look like a collection. It's hard to picture Dr. Danger, one of STOP's most wanted criminals, picking up such an odd hobby. And yet, half of them are tagged with the initials DD. Every supervillain's bound to have a quirk or two. 3 differently sized vials are placed on the table. There are instructions written next to them. Oh god, I hate these things. Caution needs your help poisoning a top STOP official, but his toxin of choice is pretty particular. Using 3 vials of 12cc, 8cc, and 5cc, measure the poison into 2 equal doses of 6cc. Note that the 12cc vial contains the poison itself. Be quick though, if the poison's disturbed too much, it'll give off nasty vapors. Okay, I'm coming back to that later too. What's this? You approach the glistening puddle for a closer look. The smell is pretty ambiguous, but just to be sure, you gingerly swipe a finger across the surface. Oil. Most likely for some kind of machine. It's not unfamiliar. Stop has a massive array of equipment and vehicles that need regular maintenance. An agent like you is expected to know how to repair and service them, especially when your bosses are displeased with you. But it's strange to see oil out in the open here. Maybe it's a spill or a leak. Either way, something clearly isn't working. Looks like there's an open toolbox. You approach it to take a closer look. Nope. It's a bomb. No big deal. What could possibly go wrong? Fit all the bomb pieces inside the bomb casing. Use your mouth to drag them in, with click to rotate. Be sure to give every piece its own space, or else things might get explosive. Okay. So it doesn't seem like there's any consequence besides don't overlap them. So let's see. And we can churn them. I don't think that's gonna work. Let's put that on there. Yeah, no. I don't know, let's start off with that for now. No. No. Oops. No. Let's see. Yay! You solved it! A marble rolls out of the bomb case. I thought it was a toolbox. Oh, no, never mind, it was a bomb case. Attached to it is a note reading, Colby Padilla. You wonder what that could mean. Colby Padilla? Approach the strange locked door. Turns out it's even stranger up close. Mark down these effigies of stop officials in the same order you encountered them. So far you found Colby Paldea. Okay. Oops. Well, I'm gonna try. Here we go. You really wish you brought your rubber duck right now. Okay. Careful, if you don't use the codes at the right time, you might lock yourself out. Hack into this one. So it's gonna like fall down, I assume. Do we wanna... One, 0. Oh boy. I don't know how to start this. Oops. Oh, okay. No! I guess I might as well see what happened. The counter trace just found you and... Wait, does that mean you've alerted stop? The rescue could be... I got good news and bad news, in that order, cause time's short. Good news, stop found your computer. Bad news, standard operating procedure is to overload the offending console ASAP. By the way, you're standing very, very close to the computer. Lab report 615. Subject died after computer shrapnel blew up into their face. Contributing factors to death. Tech savvy on their resume. Guess stop wasn't thorough enough with their background check. Dead end number 4. Troubleshooting. Let's see what happens when I fail this then. Just putting them wherever. There. Carefully you finish the assembly and set it down in front of you. Huh. Doesn't seem like it's ticking.
Hey, lab rat.
Well, you've successfully made a bomb. I can say with 100% certainty that it'll make a fantastic explosion. Whew. Looks like you've done what you were supposed to. That said, the timer needs some work. Lab report 414. Subject passed away due to an overexposure to high-yield explosives. Contributing factors to death, a lack of detail-oriented problem-solving skills. Nothing more, nothing less. Dead End 3. Mind-blowing conclusion. Woo! Okay, where's my... Okay. Try this again. Okay, let's start from the bottom. Yay. You solved it. The computer ejects the marble along with a note reading, Asia Bishop. I think you've seen that name somewhere before. Whew. Okay. Dare you decant differently? You dare. Okay, let's just fail this then. Whoop, 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 whoop. Watch me accidentally solve it. You're getting close now, right? If you just pour this into that...
Hey, lab rat.
Well, lab rat, you made quite the concoction. Really? Did you find a solution that he hadn't thought of? You know, I did say that 2 doses would be lethal. By the way, have your legs always been made of jelly? Well, if your biosigns are anything to go by, it looks like overexposure to the vapors does the job too. Lab report 786. Subject experienced cardiac arrest after extended exposure to fumes in the workplace. Contributing factors to death: didn't perform their duties under a fume hood. Stop will have to screen its employees for basic lab safety if they're gonna keep sending them my way. Dead end 5. A phenomenal and Venanamo. Okay. So we need 2 6s. Woo. Yay! A small compartment opens up, revealing a marble. Underneath it is a note reading Brooke Yane. I think you've seen that name somewhere before. Okay. Oh, this marvelous contraption. Sorry, you couldn't help yourself. So far, and in order you encountered them. I did the bomb first, and then the hacking, and then the pulls. If that's what we're going by. Okay, so bomb. Bomb goes in this one. Hacking. Wait, what? Hold on. Right. Okay, hacking. Hacking was... Was it the green one? Yay! I think.
Wow. If it isn't a lab rat.
For someone with chronic resting blah face, you look real proud of yourself. And you know what? You should be. By getting this far, you're statistically proven to have more brains than 96% of staff employees. So congrats! That said, I actually expected you to die by now. I'm not sure how to reward you for your success. Ooh, wait, I have an idea. How about a sticker? If you get out of here, I'll give you a fruit-scented one. At the rate you're going, you might even get one of my super special grape stickers. And I never give those out. I don't see you jumping for joy. Not a great fan?
Well then.
Oh well, more for me.
Hey, lab rat.
So, what do you think of my research lab? It's awesome, isn't it? A little derivative, maybe. But any scientist worth their salt needs a room full of high-tech computers and big fat source libraries. Oh, there's one thing that makes my lab better than the others. My primary source extractor. It's kinda loud once it revs up, and it's a pain to clean afterwards. But the results are... mwah! Amazing! I had planned on giving you a first-hand demonstration, but the last experiment got so messy that I'm still cleaning the rafters. Disappointing, I know, but never fear. The great Caution, Emperor of malViolence, used his aptitude for adaptation to his advantage. And so, he constructed these quasi-deadly puzzles sure to satisfy even the least imaginative of stop agents. Aren't I thoughtful, lab rat? Yeesh, tough crowd. 1 second. The text's going a little fast. That might be too slow. Whatever. It must be fun at parties. Anyway, enough dilly-dallying. Vamoose, to the next room already. There's more games for you to play. Or hell, take your sweet time. I've always wanted to see how motivating electrified floors can be. He's clearly joking again. Or is he? Probably. Maybe. No. Better not tempt fate. Okay, real quick, let me just see what happens when I don't do this puzzle right. Oh god, I don't remember how I solved this. Yeah, I'm just gonna... Yoo! Step back and pause. Something about the order doesn't seem... Ugh, not quite. But it's okay. I can fix this easy peasy. Just, stand still for 1 second and... Lab report 909. Subject was crushed by a comically large marble. Dropped just high enough for instantaneous death and perfect comedic timing. Contributing factors to death. Didn't recognize good slapstick even when it hit them. Dead end to marvelous slapstick. Ooh. Okay, load. Let's see. One second. Extras. Okay, 1 through 5. Alright. This self-styled supervillain has got world-class bad manners. Where could he have picked up such a nasty personality anyway? You know it's pointless to speculate, but you can't help it. Because your current surroundings are unusually ordinary. The last corridor looks straight out of a sci-fi movie. This one's practically mundane. It's got more in common with the basic stuff research building. It brings back memories of your days as a low-level agent, trudging through halls, delivering low-level intel to low-level researchers. Your supervisor loved emphasizing the low-level part. Pressing your keycard to the reader, hearing that little beep of approval, seeing the doors click open. Waking up in a mad scientist's research facility has a way of making you long for the simple life. Speaking of doors, this corridor's got 5 to choose from. You pause. Once again, your fate is in your own hands. Is this another one of his puzzles?
Good. You made it through the experiment room.
Dr. Danger's on again. What did you... No, calm down. It's probably motion activated. You should have listened to the last recording since it seemed pretty helpful. This time, you'll stay still and pay attention.
I apologize for any distress that the previous room may have caused you. For whatever it's worth, please know that I do not take pleasure in hurting others. The sight of blood makes me quite ill. It always has. Allow me to explain.
No, that room belongs to my apprentice. Currently, he is running an experiment, even if he seems more interested in the process than the results. Honestly, I'm in no position to lecture him. He's not cruel, he's just...
Please, listen carefully.
I suppose I could say this. All his test subjects have a certain unfortunate commonality. A terminal condition, as he sees it. It makes it very difficult for him to remain impartial.
I apologize.
I apologize for being vague here. But the nature of this work has always been a private matter. It's not your responsibility. It's mine. What's that supposed to mean?
If you're looking for where to go next, please take the door directly in front of you. The other doors are very much best left shut.
Gotcha.
Take care now. I'll see you in a week.
The recording definitely wasn't for you. Whoever the intended recipient was, Dr. Danger clearly trusted them. Better take the door she recommended. Conspiracy. An office. There's shelves everywhere. Loads of files, too. Like the hall before it, it's oddly ordinary. Just to double check, though. Yep. Pretty sure this is another puzzle room. Alright then. Let's get searching. Dun 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 dun. As you look over the sprawling web of photos, documents, and diagrams, you realize everything in front of you is perfectly orderly. These are the notes of a hunter, and Stop was their prey. You recognize dozens of names, operations, and places, vital parts of Stop's organization that had suffered heavy blows in the last few years. But you're disturbed by how many places you don't recognize. Laboratories, factories, and armories that must be high above your clearance level, crossed out like someone was just going down a checklist. All these top-secret sites share the same acronym, YTDI. No, you don't recognize it. That's par for the course with Stop. If you don't know what an acronym means, it's probably above your pay grade. Printouts and clippings of various news articles, all related to Dr. Danger's exploits, with a certain colorful sidekick occasionally breaking into the opening paragraphs. In fact, when you look at them all together, caution seems to show up more over time. Dr. Danger must have been pleased with her pupil's growth. At the bottom of the pile, a heavily weathered photo peeks out. Based on what you can make out of the caption, it looks like some kind of commemorative occasion. Celebrate breakthrough in cybernetic security. You can't recognize any of the faces, but you do recognize the logo as... Never mind. It's just similar, that's all. You eye over the massive scrawled notes pinned in front of you. There are two distinct sets of handwriting here, but the contents are mostly the same, and mostly domestic. Notes on what to eat for breakfast and when to start preparing it. Notes on how much sleep to get and what stories to read. Birthdays, exercises, meal plans, and chores. The two who wrote these notes weren't just sharing the same space. They were living together. These documents appear to be designs for cybernetic limbs like the ones produced by Stop, at first glance. On closer inspection, there are more differences than there are similarities. Stop's technology is more generalized, more efficient, and angular. These plans are heavily customized. They could have only been suitable for a very small number of subjects, possibly as few as one. Perhaps Dr. Danger based it off stolen data. You make a note to tell your superiors about possible reverse engineering. You survey the diagrams before you. From a distance, they seem to be your average blueprints. Blueprints for weapons of all makes, shapes, and sizes. But on closer inspection, they reveal a certain quirkiness that doesn't belong on a technical document. The handwriting is also distinct, for lack of a better word. That said, poor penmanship hasn't dulled the designs themselves. The least dangerous of these would be devastating out in the field. The oldest of the blueprints, the ones hidden at the bottom of the pile, look wildly different. Clearly, another person was behind them. In fact, if you squint, you can still find the signatures at the bottom. Strange, they say. They're dated more than 15 years ago. Alright. The monitor is displaying some kind of simulation. Better take a closer look. It's time for a crash course in cybernetics. Lay down new synthetic neural pathways. Be mindful of the original pieces that can't be moved. Basic recalibration rules. Neural pathways must form one continuous loop and occupy every available space. They can cross over themselves, but they can't retrace themselves, so no T intersections. At any four-way intersection, a neuron will always go straight through, it'll never turn. You can only submit possible solutions when there are no open-ended pathways, including T intersections. Okay. Are we just clicking? Lay down new. I'll come back to that, I guess. Well. Whoops. The blackboard is covered in little doodles, but they don't seem to be there just for decoration. You hate to admit it, but they're kinda cute. Completely unlike their creator. During our last operation, we only managed to save 4 test subjects. We also found some incomplete records that indicated all the subjects at this facility arrived within the same calendar year, and a box of their personal belongings. Click on Notes for detailed view. In the detailed view, click on Written Notes to extract them out. Using what information we have, figure out which item belongs to who, when each subject arrived at the facility, and who grew up where. Charles, harmonica. Intake dates, March, June, September, December. Coast. Avery. Clark. Mountains. Sam. Subject R, A, G, F. Subject R. Subject A. Subject G. Subject F. Click on Notes for detailed view, click on Written Notes. What? Harmonica. March, June, September, December. This year, probably December, right? I'll deal with this later, but let's just get the bad ending. You carefully insert one more pin into the board, which leaves...
Hey, Labrat.
Whoa, you suck at this. Something about his unusually straightforward insult puts ice in your veins. It's like you're solving this puzzle with your eyes closed and your nose plugged. There's some reason you don't want to look at the truth in front of you, Labrat. No, it's just... I know you're not taking this seriously. Maybe we should just move on. You know what? Yeah. Let's put a pin in it. Lab Report 273. Subject experienced permanent loss of life after one of the facility's reconfigurable nanostakes jutted out of the floor and impaled them to the ceiling. Guess they were worth the trouble of installation. Contributing factors to death. Couldn't put progress on the board. Dead end 7. Pinprick. Computer in a small, strange coliseum? What on earth is that? Of course. It's a puzzle. In a stealthy campaign, Caution has managed to take control of a stop holding center where several young test subjects are being held in a futuristic panopticon. To give them the best chance of survival, Caution needs to rearrange the cells so that each group of escaping testees is balanced. These groups are shown as circle, triangle, square, and an X. However, the bureaucratic systems have left only the bare minimum operating instructions on how to operate the panopticon. Blue, white, black. Help Caution properly arrange the cells according to the limitations of the system. Circle, triangle, square, and an X. So, okay. I'm just gonna spin these around. You rearrange another set of cells and suddenly your controls freeze up. There's a notification in the corner. Seems like you've run out of time, lab rat. That's it. The jailbreak is over. You screwed up. So it was a prison? Then, if this only concerned you and me, I'd be whatever about it. We all make mistakes, you know. So I'm super forgiving and cool and mature about this kind of thing. But you just lost those kids a chance to get out before the operations start. Sorry, operations? They could have gotten out clean. Now have to step in and bust them out dirty. And it's all because of you.
Shut up.
Now, go sit in the corner and think about what you've done. I'll come back for you when you're sorry enough. Report 893. Subject expired after 3 days due to lack of water, light, food, and mental stimulation. Scratched their nails to bleeding point on the exit door before losing consciousness, so I'll have to clean that mess up. Contributing factors to death. Didn't take the consequences of imprisonment very seriously. Dead end 8. A taste of sobering punishment. Okay, let's just mess around with this. You confirm your choice, and a beeping starts. Its tone sets the hairs on the back of your neck on edge.
Hey, lab rat.
You're losing them, Doc. Wait, that's an actual... As they are now, they can't be restabilized. That person's own nervous system will rip their body apart with spasming. But they shouldn't be punished for your mistake, right? Well, don't worry, I can fix this. But I'm gonna need a hand. Suddenly, your body feels a lot heavier. Is that mist in the corner of the room? And a liver, and a stomach, and a heart, and most of your spinal cord. And I'm gonna need them right now. Lab report 062. Patient was eventually restabilized and should wake up within the next few days. On the other hand, the lab rat won't get up ever again. They're missing a few too many critical parts. Contributing factors, they gave too much of themselves to my cause. Dead End 9 didn't make the cut. Okay. Oh boy. Must be one continuous loop of every space. Cross over themselves, but they can't retrace themselves. No T intersections. And a four-way intersection, a neuron would always go straight through, it'll never turn. Can only submit possible solutions with no improvement. Okay. And I need to occupy all the squares. Okay, that has to go like that. One second, let me stretch my back out. hunched over my computer. Okay, we'd have to go like that. That goes there. That goes there. Okay. This goes, oops, straight through. Straight through. No. Okay. am I doing? Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna look up the answer. I don't care. Let's see. See. Calibration. Okay. Okay. I think that's right. Yay! The desk drawer jets open just a bit and reveals two small tiles inside. R and T are written on them respectively. Now, where could you put them to use? Ah. Five empty slots and the door's locked. Best guess is that you need to fill them up somehow. Big fan of word games. He wants you to come up with a word that's almost as good as the one above. You might have to find letters first. And whoops. Get rid of that. Okay. So I don't really know what the colors mean, but I don't know, I'm just gonna try getting them all different. Oh wait, they're connected? Okay. I start this one over. Right. Okay. Nice. Don't like these puzzles. Okay, so blue. Blue is the most important. Um, okay, hold on. So there's no X's in the middle. In response to your hard-earned success, 2 little scrattle-like tiles pop out of the miniature panopticon. They show the letters A and S. How quaint. Yay. Okay, and then there's the board. I don't. Okay, March. Do the letters mean something? Incomplete records and belongs to who, when they arrived, and who grew up where. See, coast, suburbs, city, mountains. I don't know where to start with this. Avery. FGAR. That doesn't help. Well, because you're dressed like that, I'm saying you're December. How the heck are you supposed to make any sense of this? Click on notes, click on written notes. Click on written notes to strike them out. I don't know what that means. There's a special button. You seem like okay, so if you're December, Where would you live? In the detailed view, click on written notes to strike them out. What? Okay, you know what? Forget this. Where is it? This is not that one. Not that one. Not that one. No. Evidence board. Okay, hint 1. The gray sticky notes placed around the room might give you more information. I don't know about that. Yeah, this means nothing to me. Hint 2. You like working with visuals. A logic puzzle grid might help. What? Remember to eliminate negative. What? It says the harmonica has pollen on it. How are you supposed to tell there's pollen on it? What? Where's the pollen? Who made this game? Okay. Solution. Wait. That's the easy mode. Okay, medium mode. Nope. No. Where are these What? Anyway, subject A, bracelet, September, coast. Subject F, harmonica, March, city, G, plane, December, mountain, and then wait, R, yo-yo, June, summer. I don't know, man. You're mostly guessing, but somehow this worked. You solved the puzzle, yay! A tiny blue tile falls to the ground. Upon closer inspection, it reads the letter E for evidence, or maybe for end of puzzles, or enough of these silly games. But that's just wishful thinking. Either way, you decide to take it with you. Where are these sticky notes? I don't know, I don't understand. The note stuck to the front of the desk. The bracelet arrived at the facility before. Oh. Forget that nonsense. Get me out of here. No Scrabble expert, but you got this puzzle all under control. Probably. Alright. Caution's a big fan of word games. He wants you to come up with a word that's almost as good as the one above. Taser. We could make stare. Taser. Is there any other word we can make? I don't know, man. No message from the kid yet. Maybe if you're stealthy, you could sneak past without being subjected to another one of his stupid
Snooping as usual, I see.
You spoke too soon. Yeah, you're right in your element, huh? Not that you'd know it. But I've got a good eye for this kind of thing. I bet you got that bubbly feeling buzzing under your skin. Like sweet, sparkling lemonade in your veins. What a colorful turn of phrase. I'd give my right arm to feel as excited as you do now, lab rat. You must be salivating at the mountain of evidence beneath your fingertips. Weapons, corkboards, secret evil plans. All the classics are here. And we both know you really, really want to rub your grubby paws all over them. Even if you copied half of one blueprint onto a bar napkin and threw it through the washing machine, you'd still have enough evidence to net you a promotion from HQ.
Well then.
So go ahead, take as much as you like. I won't touch a hair on your head. After all, the great Caution, Emperor of malViolence, knows that you only care about the truth. He shall let you indulge. Hey, lab rat, can I ask you something? You are just getting evidence, right? Does he not approve of your investigation style? You're being thorough just to be cautious. You're just being thorough. I've watched you with my drones. Tailored these puzzles to your specific subpar problem-solving skills. Carried out quasi-legal research on your identity. So I know what you are. What am I, a vampire? You're an agent for Stop. Nothing more, nothing less. Am I right? Again with the silent treatment. I've met vending machines with better social skills than you know that? Fine.
Shut up!
Fine. The next time you escape a puzzle room, I won't talk either. See how you like it. Now move, or you'll regret your staring contest with me. Again with the temper tantrum, huh? Seriously, why is he so pissed off at you? He and Dr. Danger have fought against top field agents in the past, but that's not your department. Hell, before this, you've never met either of them face to face. What right does he have to act all high and mighty at you? Right, supervillain. Big ego, no self-awareness. Don't overthink it. The dim corridor stretches before you with no answers to offer. Just put random letters. Holy crap, did you guess that right on your first try? Huh? Really? Kidding! You... Come on, lighten up. Here, let me help. Lab report 404. Not much to say here. The lab rat just sucks at word games. Contributing factors to death should have dipped their toes into a few titles before meeting me. Personally, I recommend Scrattle. Dead End 6. Stop me if you think you word this one before. It's darker here, but not in an unpleasant way. It's warmer than the previous rooms, literally and figuratively. The wooden floorboards and the decorated wallpaper feel welcoming. Nostalgic, even. If you viewed this hall alone, you'd assume it belonged to a family household. Not to a scheming terrorist and her kooky sidekick. It's been a very long day. Hard to tell how much time has passed. But damn, you are exhausted. The gentle heat tempts you to sit down on the floor. Or maybe lie down. Would Caution allow you to take a quick breather? If he meant what he said about not harming a hair on your head, then maybe the smart thing to do would be to...
Very tempting for a wooden floor, isn't it?
A third time?
Heated flooring. My work has always been stressful, so I've always strived to maximize comfort wherever I could. Allow me to explain.
When your work is done, you can sleep here all you like. But before then, you've got dishes to clean, washes to run, bedrooms to vacuum, and of course, Caution to take care of. He represents a unique challenge, I know. But you wouldn't have gotten this far if you and I didn't believe you could do it.
Please, listen
Well-
carefully.
While I'm away on business, it's important that you keep him on his daily routine. 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Regularity is key. Remember that all his dietary habits, health regimens, and study exercises are detailed in the files that we went over together.
I apologize.
I apologize if you'll have to decrypt them again, but Caution and I have made a habit of hiding our tracks for good reason. And when the day is over, feel free to play games, watch movies, or read comics together. If you need a suggestion, Caution told me that he loves the Cantaloupe Mall course on Marco Kart. I might be pronouncing that wrong. He'll know what you mean. So take care.
Please,
If
listen carefully.
things go smoothly, I'll be back for him in a week. And if things don't go smoothly, well, there are systems in place that will guide you on what to do.
That's all for now. Goodbye. And thank you for taking care of my... Note to self, re-record instructions at earliest convenience. Try not to be so ominous next time.
The message wasn't for you, and it wasn't for one of Dr. Danger's goons either. But a babysitter? Really? Who in the world would be qualified to babysit him? Come on. Just focus on the task at hand. It's a normal apartment. There's a kitchenette, a dining table, a small sitting area, and stairs. Probably a bedroom up there. Are you supposed to be here? Guess you are. Up. This appears to be a locked box, but it's without a lock. So it's a box? You give the lid a small tug and it opens. There's no dust inside, but a stale odor wafts out. Clearly this hasn't been opened for a long time. You find a lab coat with an ID pinned above its breast pocket. There's no photo, but the name Deirdre Destrange is clearly printed on the plastic card alongside a worn barcode. The code itself is high quality, but it's worn around the edges. Deirdre must have used it for a long time, taking good care of it all the while. Sorry if I say your name wrong. You see framed photos, diplomas, certificates, and awards, all of them belonging to this Deirdre Destrange. In and of itself, a doctorate in cybernetic biology is impressive, but Destrange received this years ago. To be that experienced at a young age, and when the science was still so new, she must have been on the cutting edge of the field. At the bottom of the pile, you find a dented, dusty medal. An award for continued service to the international security community. The medal's name has been violently scratched out. And yet, you think you see the remnants of a familiar logo. You pick up what appears to be a generic scrapbook, like those shoved to the back shelves of charity stores. Looking closely, you can still see remnants of price sticker glue. It feels normal. Too normal. The book's clearly hiding some deep, dark secret. But the inner contents are equally normal. All you find are photographs of a woman who looks a lot like Dr. Danger and a young boy with a crooked, toothy grin. The craftsmanship on display isn't anything remarkable, with poorly cut edges and tacky glitter glue smeared across the cheap cardstock. At least the pages seem to be in chronological order. In the earliest photos, the boy is bedridden. His skin is unnaturally pale, and his gaze is unfocused, empty even. But as he flicks through the pages, he grows stronger. He gets out of bed. His eyes shine with inspiration and intelligence. He smiles. The woman in these photos must have been taking good care of him. The later photos are self-explanatory. Each moment is carefully dated and annotated. Playing video games, reading bedtime stories, and what seems to be a movie night. You know the film they're watching. It's that one cartoon about an alien supervillain, one with a very big brain but very little common sense. Hold on. Wasn't this film released 3 months after this photo was taken? Looks like Stop will have to add digital piracy to Dr. Danger's long list of crimes. It's a crumpled, heavily worked over notebook filled with grandiose ramblings in the third person. Lots of exclamation points and capital letters and ego-massaging and spidery handwriting. But the more you flip back through the pages, the more the writing grows negative. Another, neater set of handwriting appears, leaving words of encouragement. Even further back, the spidery handwriting disappears. The neater writer takes over, marking the wrinkled paper with crisp grids and clear lessons. Shaky, barely legible scribbles sit below, rounding out vague, letter-like shapes. It almost looks like a therapeutic exercise, or a homework assignment. Maybe it's both. But it's obvious that the notebook's author hasn't used it for a long, long time. Personally, you wouldn't be caught dead using the third person. You only use the second person. And even then, only for gathering your thoughts in high-stakes scenarios. Yes. I guess I'll go up. When you look at the bust in front of you, you recall a half-serious lesson on disguising yourself back when you were a trainee. From what you remember, this appears to be a mannequin for a wig. But Dr. Danger had a full head of hair. Did she need to disguise herself? Intel's always suggested that her mastery over tech kept her off any camera she cared about. You find an assortment of patterns, books, and materials for sewing. There's a little stack of half-finished items, a skirt and a blouse in conservative colors. Right next to it, a whole pile of hand-stitched garments in garish yellow, greens, and reds. Seems like someone handed their sewing books down to a more imaginative type. You're well aware that sewing isn't just a simple hobby. Many of Stop's associated security forces take up the practice when their first cybernetics are implanted. After such a big operation, fine needlework quickly rehabilitates hand-eye coordination. But you doubt they make such a large collection of fuzzy mittens. You pick up a clipboard with a thick stack of charts and diagrams pinned to the front. Subject recuperation log is printed at the top in a harsh black lettering. At the bottom of the page, you spot an acronym, YTDI. You flip through the log. The recuperation described here is difficult to read. Seizures, phantom pain, memory loss, and brain damage are all expected results, not side effects. Scrawled notes speculate that these symptoms would last for several years or decades, perhaps even permanently. Implanting cybernetics in individuals under 18 isn't illegal, but it is frowned upon. And from the logbook, a lot of children were implanted. Children well under the age of 18. There's nothing here about informed consent or parental permissions. Evidently, parents weren't involved. Ouch. Seems like you stepped on a rogue sewing pin. What's a large unfinished sewing project doing all spread out on the floor? Looks like a quilt. Must have been too big for the little sewing desk. Huh. For some reason, you want to finish it. Currently placing motif. This quilt's unfinished and you need to make it complete. Each tile has 3 traits: color, shape, and fill. In order to finish the intended pattern, each adjacent tile must share exactly 2 out of 3 traits with the next tile. Below, construct the next motif you want to place by adjusting the color, shape, and fill with the arrows. What are these triangles? Warnings. Is that a symbol? Yeah, okay. In order to finish the intended pattern, each adjacent tile must share exactly 2 out of 3 traits. So... yes. Blue. Blue. Yellow. Blue. Red, blue, yellow. So red. Oops. Red, fill. Fill. I think that's right. Red. Yellow, red, blue, fire, so warning sign. Yeah. Red. Red. Yellow. Let's see, red. Fill in a shape, color or shape. Blue shape. Blue shape. Blue empty. Water filled. Shape, empty, color. Shape. Shape and color. Fill. See, yellow, triangle. Nice. red and filled. Red filled. Oh yeah. Okay, refill. No. Fill, triangle, color, fill. Triangle. Triangle fold. Yellow triangle. Red shape. Red full. Yellow. Yellow. Triangle. Yellow. Okay, yellow lines. Point. Yellow lines. Fire, yellow, filled, yellow. Color filled, fire filled. Has to be yellow. Yellow shape, yellow shape. shape, filled, color, shape. Triangle full, triangle full, triangle full. Red full, red shape. Blue fire, blue full. Red full, shape full, shape full. Shape, color, shape full. Blue shape full. Shape, color, and empty. Okay. I've done enough. Where am I? Quilts. Okay. So, yeah. This is really blurry. Okay. So. Oh. Fill. That. That. That's that. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. See, is that everything? Mm-hmm. Okay, I think that's it. Yay! You notice that you can now lift up the quilt. There's a photo underneath it. Something's written on the back. There was all this heat and smoke and energy. There were alarms blaring and people shouting. That's what she told me, but I barely remember any of it. Here's what I did remember. When we stopped running, she seemed more tired than I was. She did carry me the entire time, but she didn't seem any weaker than before. Her hold on my body didn't loosen. She was just looking at what was left of my shoulder. I was hurting like you wouldn't believe, but I don't think I cared. Because that day, I got to see the sky again. Wow, you're far from delicate, aren't you? I like to think of myself as a lenient kind of guy, but watching you butcher that sentimental quilt is pretty painful. Like a death by 1,000 cuts. Or needles, in this case. You hear a switch go off, and... Report 112. Subject failed to appreciate the value of good stitch work and so was impaled by 1,024 needles. And B, it needed to be a square number for the triggering mechanism to hit its mark. Contributing factors couldn't sew their way out of a wet paper bag. Dead and 11 quilts in action. Beep, 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 beep. So there are a few plushies sitting on the shelf. They're surprisingly soft. Investigate the cupboard below the plushies where... Whoa! Squeak, squeak. An avalanche of plushies spills out, burying you in a soft, fuzzy pile. This would be a comfy way to go out, but you should probably put everything back. What a mess. You need to clean up all these toys by sorting them into sets. A set is made up of 4 unique toys. You can reach toys by moving up, down, left, or right. You can't move diagonally. Plot your moves carefully. As the toys shift, they may get harder to reach. Okay. set is made up of 4 unique toys. Up, down, left, right. Okay. Um, Whoops. I almost had it. Task is a lot harder than you thought it would be. Maybe
Hey, lab rat.
having trouble organizing. I get it. I was horrible at putting my stuff away. A total mess every time. But whenever I got into a pickle, Dr. Danger always helped me out. Hey, remind me. Where is Dr. Danger right now? The sudden quietness in his voice makes you freeze. Right. Ward 1-4. Subject was transported to the automated disposal unit via trapdoor, whereupon the automated disposal department did what it does best. Contributing factors, expected leniency where there was none to be found. Dead end 12 gets stuffed. Squeak, squeak. Okay. No. Do 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 do. Damn. No, there's no way to get that snail slug thing. Hmm. Yay. Yay! One of the plushies rips open, revealing a photo inside. The back of the photo is black with words. She told me to explore the place. She said it was important that I adjust to my new environment, but she's been holed up in the lab. I don't know why she's so stressed about my surgeries. She's the smartest person I know. And I grew up surrounded by brilliant scientists, so that's saying something. She says she's still concerned about making adjustments to my synthetic nerves. That she's worried she'll put me through even more pain. But every time she's worked on my new limbs, I haven't felt a thing. Last time, I actually fell asleep. What's this? Loose page with handwriting on it. Judging by the number in the corner and the fading ink, it must be a small part of a much larger document. It's nice to have job security right out of school. I had my doubts during junior year, of course, but I don't think anyone could have predicted how the sector's grown this past few months. The developments in cybernetic technology have been explosive. Sometimes literally. It's troubling, but all great technology has the potential for misuse. And now I'm going to be part of an organization that works to keep that tech under control. Though, I'll be honest, the name's pretty silly. Oh well. They could always change the acronym later. I thought that things were moving fast before, but the growth we're seeing now makes those earlier years look glacial. STOP is doing good work that needs to get done, and is making countries put money where their mouths are when it comes to international cooperation efforts. Last month, we managed to craft a digital data management system that could tell us whenever a dangerous cybernetic schematic was downloaded and where it was downloaded to. This month, we finalized a report on maximizing cybernetic synchronization for patients, confirming my earlier theory that the younger the better. No. The difference really was astounding. And I must admit, it felt good to show that 19% performance increase right in that stuffy old bastard's smug face. Dr. Tan asked if the trend in performance would improve further if we started surgery any earlier. A weird question, since this tech is only approved for anyone old enough to enlist, but I guess she was just being thorough. The theory is sound. The promotion was nice. I deserve it, and I was the only obvious choice, but still. It felt nice to be recognized. Any other entries somewhere? Don't think so. Going down. Hello? Another month where the Security Advisory Council looked completely lost. It's like they don't know what to do with peacetime. They do amazing work, obviously. The world is secure, and cybernetic technology is finally getting regulated. The laws are catching up with the science. That's a good thing, even if it makes their job a little less exciting. Or maybe a little less secure. I requested another transfer. My third in 3 years, but they didn't seem to mind. I just can't find work as engrossing as I used to. It probably doesn't help that I'm not sure what it is I do anymore. I mean, logically, I know what I do. I research cybernetics. But I'm not sure what I do for STOP. Oops. STOP hasn't had a major security incident in months. The last incident they responded to was just a protest outside the building that got a little rowdy. Staff morale has been down ever since. A little controversy is to be expected, given the power staff has nowadays. They're being naive if they expect people to be grateful to the organization forever. I might have transferred a few times too many. I came into work today and clocked out without recognizing a single face the entire time. New people, places, committees, projects, and always more acronyms. And for the first time in years, I was denied access to internal data. I didn't think anything could be above my pay grade anymore. Note to self, look up YTDI. I was very disappointed with the State of the Union. Oh my god. I was very disappointed with the State of the Youth Training and Development Initiative. YTDI. That's how I put it in writing. I don't really have the right words to express my disgust with this program's existence. The idea that cybernetic sync rates increase the earlier in life treatment starts was based on a completely different timeline, assuming that we're talking about 18 versus 24. It was never supposed to justify whatever the hell they're doing now. They don't actually care about reducing rejection symptoms or making the cybernetics work more seamlessly. They care about creating a product by experimenting on children. Children that no one else cares about. They want to produce cybernetic trainees that are powerful, unthinking, and unflinchingly obedient to authority. Stop plans to sell these trainees as a force to keep its donors on top. I got a transfer to the YTDI as a supervisor. No one even seemed ashamed to give me full access. I get the sense that my superiors aren't paying attention to what's happening. That might be the most infuriating part for me. They don't care whether this program succeeds or fails. The implication I'm getting is that this is far from the only program of its kind. It might be one of many, many more. Any more notes? Don't think so. There's a small kitchenette. It looks like it hasn't been used recently. Did Dr. Danger take care of all the cooking? What is this? A handwritten note sits on the counter. Looks like a recipe for pancakes. Fridge seems well stocked, too. Let's see if Caution likes your take on Dr. Danger's recipe. Ingredients: 5 pieces of bacon, 7 strawberries, 5 cups of flour, 6 snappers, 7 sticks of butter, 9 blueberries, 8 eggs, 2 nuts, 3 cartons of milk. Always begin cooking with mise en place. Drag items onto the board to arrange them. Look in the ingredients list to figure out how many of each item should be laid out on the counter. All items of the same type should be directly adjacent to each other. Items of different types should not touch directly but can touch diagonally. Drag unneeded items to the trash. Drag items onto the board to arrange them. Look in the ingredients list. So, okay. All items of the same type should be directly adjacent. Items of different types should not touch directly but can touch diagonally. Drag unneeded items to the trash. Wait, no, that can't go there. Mm-hmm. Just gonna get the fail thing out of the way. There. That should be the right ingredients for the pancakes. Now if you pour the batter... Stop right there, lab rat. I don't want that affront to all things edible anywhere near my nice, tasteful kitchen appliances. How the hell do you screw up pancakes that badly? Did stop mangle your common sense as well as your brains? You open your mouth to protest and... 406. Subject perished soon, but not soon enough, after being plastered against the wall by a gigantic frying pan-shaped mallet. Good riddance, although I have to admit I was looking for an opportunity to get a use out of that particular trap. Contributing factors. Committed sacrilege against breakfast food. Dead end 13. Flippin' miserable. Okay, so only this one was wrong, apparently. Whoops. Dang it. So, I guess I'm fine to touch the base, maybe? I think that works. Yeah. Hopefully. No? Damn. Okay. No. 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 Ay. I'm gonna try this again. Okay, just because I'm like dying sitting here, I'm just gonna look up the answer. Okay. Oops. Okay. Just make sure. Okay. Eesh. Suddenly the stove pops open. There's a photo inside of it with text written on the back. I don't remember what the food was like at the orphanage. Probably bland. I wish I could forget what lab script tastes like, but meals were usually the least painful part of my day in the lab, so I've got a soft spot for the stuff. But that wasn't food. It was nutritious and edible and nothing more. It didn't fill you up. It wasn't warm. There wasn't any thought in it at all. Pancakes are food. They sizzle in the pan and curl at the edges, and they make little bubbles when they need flipping. You can undercook them or burn them, bury them in toppings, or eat them with your hands. They're filling and tasty and oh so warm. I'm sure I could easily recreate her recipe. It's hardly rocket science, even with one arm. But I've never had someone cook for me before. I'd like to pretend I'm not capable for a little while longer. He smiled at me. Even though everyone else he's seen here, everyone dressed like me, acting like me, working for the same people as me, that made him suffer. He smiled at me. I'm getting better at coming up with excuses to visit him, at least. I need to evaluate how he's coping with procedures, just like the other YTDI trainees. I might need to test his reflexes. Hell, he might need a snack to make him more cooperative. All my explanations are superficially believable at best. I'm no medical professional. I'm a supervisor, I oversee things. By all means, I should have been reprimanded for getting too involved. And no such warnings have come my way. I'm never going to be able to forget the look on his face when the convulsions started. He knew it was coming, and he knew there was nothing he could do to even brace himself for the pain. He's been through it countless times. I don't want to see it ever again. They claim that it was a clerical error that he didn't receive his anti-seizure medications that morning. I know that it was actually punishment. He refused to obey during yesterday's mandatory exercises. You wouldn't treat an animal like this, much less another human. To them, he's less than that. I triggered the false alarm right on schedule, down to the second. My not at all false explosive followed suit. I had always understood that the chemical reaction was very simple to set up, but I still expected my first felony to present more challenges than this. Maybe I have a knack for this kind of thing. He didn't hesitate for 1 second when I asked him to come with me. As I rushed him through the fire exit, the look on his face at that moment has stuck with me. Could anyone have looked more relieved? Maybe he should have hesitated. All that awaits him is a life in hiding. At least he'll have a choice from now on. The lock for the door is a scrapbook. Its pages are empty, though. Watch your word. Not really very calming. When she's making something explosive, it's really, really exciting. The other day, I noticed that she'd forgotten her flash welder. I brought it over to her, saying that I wanted to test out the grip strength of my new arm. She saw through my excuse, but she let me help anyway. I even made a few suggestions of my own, and guess what? Guess what? She ended up using every single idea. She said it was impressive how quickly I'd pick up on what her design needed. She smiled at me with such pride, but at the same time there was this sad look in her eyes. I've noticed that she's sad a lot. I want to do something to change that. First, let's not do anything at all. You'll place the scrapbook down to get a fresh look at what you've got so far. But when you step back, you feel like something's out of place. Everything. And if you can tell, then he can tell. Better...
Hey, lab rat.
It's okay to suck at arts and crafts, laughed Lab Rat. Not everyone's born to make masterpieces. But that scrapbook meant a lot to me. If you were gonna screw up that badly, you could have at least used the non-permanent glue. A bead of sweat trickles down your back. Was that an option? Wait, I left that out, didn't I? My bad. If memory serves me, this button should... Whoopsie doopsie, looks like I pressed the wrong... 891. Subject succeeded in proving the fatality of ray gun prototype Delta 9. Contributing factors, they messed up my scrapbook, so now we're even. Dead end 10, holy scrap. Okay. Alright. Spoil place. One arm. Strengthen my new arm. Still concerned about making adjustments to my synthetic nerves. What's a thing? Don't remember what the food was like. Why are you like this? Stop running. They got out, yes. Don't remember what food was like at the thing. Told me to explore the place. Every time she's worked on my new limbs, I haven't felt a thing. The other day, no, grip straight at my new arms. Yes? Yes? Huh. The screen behind you didn't turn on. Guess Caution really was serious about the whole silent treatment thing. The way should be clear now. You could look around a while longer. The chances are high you won't like whatever else you find. Better keep moving. Looks like there are no screens in this corridor. You don't think you'll see any of Dr. Danger either. There really isn't much else to say about this hall. If that's the case, then this is probably close to the exit. To be honest, the lack of nasally jabbering kinda puts you on edge. Not that you like that brat who called you a lab rat and trapped you in several rooms with lethal puzzles. But the silence forces you to focus on something much louder and much more disturbing. Thoughts that are only now coming to the forefront of your mind. You think about Dr. Deirdre Destrange. You think about the results of your investigation. And you think about yourself, a tiny cog in a massive machine. A sleek, pristine, reliable machine, carefully cleansed of the blood it spilt. The deep, dark pit hollows your stomach. Slowly, you make your way forward, each step heavier than the last. In a large garage filled to the brim with cardboard boxes, the exit waits for you, wide open. It's night already. Outside, you hear the quiet rushing of a river. Just a few more steps, and you're out of here. Even more, and you'll be on the bus back home. It'll take a couple of hours to get back to HQ. You'll nap on the ride, probably, so that by the time you get to your stop, you'll have enough energy to run up thousands of narrow stairs. And you'll reach your boss's office, and... well, what'll happen next? You'll definitely get that bonus. If this isn't going above and beyond. Maybe you'll get a promotion. A better salary. Better benefits. A better home. A better life. Something you've always wanted. And maybe that'll help you sort out the pit that's been growing in your stomach this whole...
Finally going to take responsibility?
Not now, kid. The last thing you need is him showing up and...
I see my escape rooms have worked their magic. I didn't think it was possible, but... You're feeling guilty, aren't you?
Guilt? Is that what it is? Over something you didn't do? All those years, you must have been so proud to wear that uniform. To be a brave soldier fighting for such a pristine, justice-seeking organization like that. You feel sick. But it's not enough for you to feel bad. Because if I let you go home and get your bonuses and sleep in your nice bed, you'll be stumbling over yourself to forget everything that happened here as fast as possible. You, or your boss, or the next agent, you'll storm in here and sweep away everything me and Dr. Danger fought for. Someone better catch me and destroy this place. And stop, or turn me into a nameless drone, like I was supposed to be. He's shaking. He's trying to put on a brave face, but he's shaking.
But I don't want that, you know? I don't want to forget my home, my books, my bugs, my bed. And I don't want to forget myself. I don't want to forget about collecting stickers, or eating pudding, or sewing my first pair of mittens. And I don't want to forget Dr. Danger! She saved me! She raised me! She stood up for me when no one else did! And what did Stott do? They made her a villain! They took everything away from her! They killed her!
So, what you gonna do now, lab rat? You've still got your weapon, don't you? Come on. Hit me with your best shot. Hit me. 'Cause if you don't, I'll... You can't deal with this anymore. You don't want to fight him. You're not going to use your gun?
Then, on behalf of Stop, die.
The bullet. It only grazed your cheek. Huh? Caution fell? What's going...
I missed. I had the muzzle aimed at your head, the bullets loaded, and I missed. First try.
Caution's gaze is vacant. It's the same gaze as that boy in the scrapbook. That alone makes the pit in your stomach sink even deeper. So to fill it, you say something really, really stupid. You know, you could have fired again. I'm at contact shot distance.
No, I couldn't have. Trying to kill you was a lot more tiring than I thought it would be.
Tiring?
Go. This is what you wanted, right? The exit's right there. Go back to your home. Your TV. Your money. I was fooling myself, thinking I could do what Dr. Danger did for me. So go. I hope the guilt eats at you for the rest of your fucking life.
Slowly, you make your way towards the exit. When you finally make it outside, you turn back. The boy's still sitting there, legs splayed haphazardly, arms floppy, still staring at you. You stare back at him, give him a curt nod. He doesn't react. So, without another word, you
Hey, lab rat.
turn back and see him forcing an attempt at a villainous grin.
If you really feel that bad about it, I did sneak copies of everything you've seen here onto your device. I found your address while you were looking around. Pretty devious idea, right? Downright heinous.
He takes a deep breath, then exhales.
Alright. Here's another world-class criminal scheme for you. Stop Agent Stake's reputation, credentials, leaks internal docs to all four corners of the net. Not a bad headline. Could make for a half-decent start to a villainous career. Your choice, obviously. But I know what I'm talking about. After all, I am a supervillain.
Yay. Yay. It's a secret. Meet an ending. Finish the job. Leave no stone unturned. Play every puzzle on the hardest difficulty. What is there a hard mode? Oh god, I don't want to do this. Maybe some other time. I don't know. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you for watching. Some of these puzzles really sucked. Sorry about that. So I'm thinking of calling this like Torture Tuesday, something like that. And like literally, because my neck and back are dead, is torture. These puzzles killed me. I'm dead. We'll see what I play next time. If I can recover. Which I probably will. Definitely, but I hurt. Okay. Anyway, thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.